Rafano. It's just putting some thoughts together around hats that we wear and roles that we engage in. And I guess my leading thoughts around this come from three passages, two from 1 Corinthians 12, where Paul talks and writes about the spiritual gifts. Then he moves from spiritual gifts into the body, and then another writing from Paul in Ephesians 4:11, where he says, and he himself gave some to be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers. And those three passages remind me of one important thing, and that is that not any one of us is called to be absolutely everything. We're not all gifted with all of the spiritual gifts. That's not what Paul writes about. And Paul writes very clearly to say that we're all a part of the body, not every part of the body. So the hat side of things, I think as we go into the COVID time, as we've had COVID pause happen to us, we've been able to stop and reflect on some things. So I know definitely for myself, thinking about all the different hats that I wear, and I just have a few questions that I've been reflecting on that might be of help to you as we look at how we can be more effective in the callings that God has given us. So the first question is, what are the kingdom hats that God has given you to wear and kingdom roles? Um, Second question, what are those really critical roles that God has given you that if you were to drop them, there would be consequences? In the analogy, that would be like not wearing a sun hat on a sunny day. There would be consequences with that. Some of those roles that we have that are critical roles that have consequences are I'm a dad. I can't just stop doing dad. I go to work. If I stop going to work, that has consequences. And so we have those critical hats. We have kingdom hats, critical hats. We have a lot of pretty hats. Like my hat at the moment is a pretty hat that makes me look pretty young, I guess. I don't know. But it's not very functional, to be honest. It does keep my head hot on summertime because it's like a woolen thing, and it does keep my face sheltered in summertime, but it's kind of counterproductive if it makes my head hot, and it also protects me from the sun. The the question really is around what is the balance of time that you wear those different hats. So if you have kingdom hats, critical hats, pretty hats, do you know when you're wearing those different hats, which one is which? Do you know the times that you're wearing more than one hat at a given time? I know that sometimes I try to dad and work at the same time, which isn't always successful. And quite often, I think when I'm wearing two hats successfully, does my children realize that I'm working more than I'm dadding, and that's a bit of a shame, really. When we think about um, the sometimes we wear the wrong hat in the wrong season, and so I know, and I've done this before, where God gives you a role. It's a particular hat that you have, and it's for a season, and you wear them for that season, but the season passes and you hold on to it because it's an old comfortable role that you liked. So really, just the reflection is as you think through all the roles that God has given you, that you have. Um, are you wearing too many hats? The last thought I wanted to leave you with is the quality of your yes is determined by the quantity of your no. So the whole idea around you get heaps of opportunities come your way. The more that you say yes to, the more that it makes you less productive in the things that you have agreed to. So God does call us to be good stewards of our time. So sometimes a no is important as a yes, because that helps you do the things that you need to do right and proper. That's it. Thank you. All the best for the journey.